I'm Todd Grisham. Welcome to the one and only Brooklyn Hall. And watching this live with me is Johnny Nelson.
Hi, Todd. Nice to be here with you.
It's time for our tale of the tape. And in this corner, it's Sergio Martinez, 178 centimeters tall with 185 centimeter reach. Watch out for this southpaw. And he'll be facing St. George Groves, this former super middleweight. They call him the Marvel, Sergio Martinez. This future Hall of Famer who fights St. George Groves. This London, England native always brings the pain. He's a former super middleweight world champion and still believes he can get back on top.
As soon as the bell goes, don't blink. That fight could be over.
Well, those are the particulars. Now it's time to get this fight underway.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Buenos Aires, Argentina.
So much hype surrounding this big matchup. Can't wait to see what goes down when the opening bell rings.
All right.
You can't imagine how bad these fighters want to get their hands on each other. He misses with that jab. And he fails to score with that left hook. This is such an amazing theater. So many great concerts have been performed here, but nothing quite like what we're going to see here.
This is that place you want to say, I fought there, I've been there, and now we are here.
And he just missed with that left jab. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Parries the right jab away. Timing beats speed. Speed beats power. He missed with that jab. Just misses with that jab. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. I don't know which fighter is winning this battle.
So important. The referee's going to do his fight right. He's going to judge this right. He's going to do his job right.
He's going to be the first one to get rocked. A counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
You're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching you every move, every trick.
This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive. Nice exchange here from both men. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. He threw the hook, didn't land. These middleweights type of fights, Johnny, you're obviously not going to see the speed you see in some of the lighter divisions or the power you see in some of the heavier divisions, but you sort of get the best of both worlds.
Look back in the history books, some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there, these guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. Yes, and you can imagine that being you. Look at the size of...
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. This one could go either way. Every round is so important. Who's going to be the first one to get clipped? And he misses with that jab. He parries that right jab away. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through it?
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. He blocks the jab. He misses with that jab. Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It can all come down to who's in better shape.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in the fight. You've got to relax.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. This fight could not be any closer, could it, Johnny?
It's too hard to split. Do you listen to your head or your heart?
He's gone. I'm telling you, he's gone. Jump forward. Body head.
He's going to be the first one to get caught. Can't land that jab. He gets out of the way of that left hand. Oh, and they just got their bell rung. In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You could hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe? Couldn't land that jab. Just gets out of the way of that left hand. So that left lands. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. This fight is closer than 2 pages in a book, Johnny.
That was super tight. I dread being a judge.
Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? You've heard the phrase, finding a second win. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
That jab misses. Swing and a miss with the jab. Unlucky to miss with that jab. These two are the perfect dance partners. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Nope, that jab not going to score. Caught him with that power punch. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Who's winning this fight right now? I have no idea.
So important. The referee's got to do his fight right. He's got to judge it.
Which fighter's going to get caught first? One of these fighters is starting to run out of gas. What do you do as a fighter when you just don't have the energy?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Right punch. Coming back to life now, starting to land some punches. Back and forth they go, neither fighter willing to back down. You're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw, it's about how many you land and how hard they are.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Jab doesn't find a home. They've got to use their jab better in this fight. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. This fight is closer than 2 pages in a book, Johnny.
That was super tight. I dread being a judge.
Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
He blocks that jab. Good punch. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
The problem with having a chin that everybody knows if they hit you, you're hurt, you're gone. You've got to protect that, but you've also got to get your shots off. And they forget, you can bang too.
This fighter has tested their opponent's power and apparently is last 10 seconds. I don't know which fighter is winning this bout.
It's too hard to split.
Which fighter's going to get quit first? He scores with that right hand. Another scoring shot there. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through it?
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Couldn't land that jab. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. Neither man really defending themselves. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
So you're getting in there with somebody that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get them close.
He just misses with that big right. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. This one could go either way. Every round is so important.
So important. The referee.
Who's going to be the first one to get caught? They just missed with that big right hand. Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed.
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
Throws the jab, but does not score. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. They got out of the way of that right hook. Seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. This fight could not be any closer, could it, Johnny?
That was super tight. I dread being a judge.
Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. Big left there, but misses. That left-handed jab doesn't quite score. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe? These power punches are bruising up his body. Takes that jab. You hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
What can they change? They can change their attitude. They can change their nervous system for a certain amount of punch.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. This one could go either way. Every round is so important.
It's two.
Who's going to be the first one to get buzzed? Swing and a miss with the left hook. Swing and a miss with that jab. And he lands a big right hand. This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
Could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, someone can take you out with a simple jab. It can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Clean right uppercut. George grows. Oh, George grows, finally crumbles to the canvas.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Final 10 seconds. St. George is down.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there.
There's the bell for round 12. Ooh, that punch hurt him. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
Big swing and a miss. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. A big left, but doesn't score with it. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
Todd, we know one of these fighters can knock you out with a simple jab. They're that powerful.
Caught him with a heavy punch. And they get out of the way of that left hand. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. And that's it, a unanimous decision win.
This is the last thing we expected. What a fight, what a style, what a pace to get a unanimous decision. That is mad. I didn't see that coming. I thought this would be tight. This is nowhere near tight.